From first days at school to birthdays to sporting wins, proud parents love sharing their children's milestones online. But those innocent posts can sometimes come with hidden risks.
A recent survey found 45% of UK parents admit to oversharing, with 1 in 6 reporting their child had experienced online harm. Well, TV star, mum of 2, Lucy-Jo Hudson, is one of those parents who shares images of her children's achievements online. But could that pride in her children actually be putting them in harm's way? Michelle Morrison has the story.
Soap star Lucy-Jo Hudson is no stranger to the public eye, but it's her online life now in the spotlight.
First of all, is this where you live?
Yes.
Is this the building society that you've got your mortgage with?
Oh my God, how have you found that?
After a chance meeting with cybersecurity expert Jake Moore at Good Morning Britain, he agreed to an experiment to find out as much information about her family as he could, using only her social media.
Is this your daughter's date of birth?
Yes.
And to top it off, your son and his date of birth?
Yeah.
Jake was also able to find out where her children went to school by removing a blur she'd put on her son's school uniform.
Is this where your son goes to school?
Yes. That's concerned me. Yeah, that's his school.
Pieces of a puzzle joined to reveal a picture she'd hoped was private.
Well, Lucy-Jo joins us alongside global cybersecurity expert Jake Moore, who did all of the uncovering. Very good morning to you both. This came as an enormous shock. You were quite emotional, weren't you?
Yeah, I think, like most parents, you always want to showcase your kids, don't you? But I'm also conscious that because of what I do for a living, I'm just careful of not oversharing. So I'm aware of the pictures that I put out. So I do a lot of blurring and I crop them so you can't see the background, or I'm conscious what's in the background to see where we are. So I'm obviously very proud of my kids, love them, and like every parent, you don't always think twice. I like to think I do. So when Jake found everything that he did, obviously the emotion was like bang, bang, bang. It was the house, it was the mortgage, it was the kids' school, and I was like, oh my word. And that was just from me putting things out there on social media.
And you obviously had not deliberately put all of that private information online.
No, absolutely. I mean, I felt like I covered my tracks as well. I never put the kids' school uniforms on. I never really take pictures outside the school. It's always away from there, and I blur everything, or I cover the logo on the jumper. And I'm quite conscious of what are the images that I put out, and I'll always ask my daughter. She's 12 now, so I always get consent that she's happy for me to put anything up there or not. But then Jake found absolutely everything, and I think it just knocked me for 6, and that was where I got emotional, just because you want to protect your kids, don't you? So, and I felt like I'd done the worst thing.
Jake, how did you find this information out without delivering the tools, obviously, to anybody who might be using them for nefarious reasons?
So, first of all, I think Lucy-Jo was a great sport in doing this and allowing us to conduct this experiment. I know it's very intrusive, but it also shows how impressive cybercriminals can be at finding out all the information that is online. And if we voluntarily give more information about our lives and our kids, then cybercriminals can just profile it even more and stick it together like a big jigsaw, including pieces that are already on the dark web, for example.
I wonder whether part of the problem is lots of parents put online it's their child's birthday, happy 10th birthday. That is obviously going to deliver to somebody who wants to get into your accounts your child's date of birth, and because you're saying how old they were on that specific day. And presumably that can then be used to get people's passwords.
Well, it might do. So if people are using their, say, dogs' names, kids' names, dates of birth in their passwords, then yes, criminals can put that all together. And if we're just voluntarily giving it away, often without realising, then that can be used not only in passwords, but also in identity theft in years to come as well.
So just to explain that, so for your child who is 10 on a certain day, how would that affect them in the future?
So if criminals are profiling all that information, putting it together, there is a chance with all that data, they might be able to take, say, a phone contract out in that information or do other things, maybe even take a loan out in the future because all that information is just available.
So what are the things? I mean, you know, clearly, if you are posting pictures just on a family WhatsApp group, then you aren't vulnerable in the way that you might be if you're putting it onto Facebook or onto Instagram. But what are the things that, if you want to post more widely, to bear in mind in order not to make it easy for you to then get this information?
So I think it's about being mindful about what we're giving away on our social media. But if it's really sensitive, personal information such as your child's first day at school, we're so proud to show off that. Maybe just send that to a closed WhatsApp group, to the people that really want to see it, such as grandma and the aunties, all those that really want to see it. They're the only ones that need to see it.
You found Lucy Jo's phone number and her email. How did you manage that?
Well, there are tools that are out there that cybercriminals can access.
How do we protect ourselves against that?
Well, it's about making sure we don't give away too much. So, for example, setting up a new account with a shopping website, don't always use the same email address that you use for everything else, because if that gets compromised and that email and that maybe that password and your address gets taken, it's just easier for the criminals.
Lucy Jo, what has this changed for you about how much you post?
I mean, I thought I was conscious before all this, and now I'm like, literally before when we spoke last week and we were going through it all, I was like, delete, delete, delete. I just deleted a load of stuff. So I am going to think a hell of a lot more of what I put out there, and like things that I think are innocent is the only thing I do showcase is the kids' birthdays because you want to celebrate it, but actually looking at just that little detail is so big to anybody that wants to hack into anything. They've got the information. So I'm going to be a lot more aware of what I'm doing.
And what was the thing that most shocked you that Jake managed to find out?
All of it. I mean, I think it started off with the house and the mortgage, and it just kept going on, and my email address and my number, and my partner's number and passwords, and then I think what got me was the kids' schools, because I've never shared that on social media.
And I think a lot of people, Jake, will not be aware when they blur something that a cybercriminal can just unblur it.
Well, yeah, so I have access to some very impressive AI tools. Of course, criminals have the same tools, but piecing that together, using, say, multiple tools at once, they can go and do pretty much anything, such as unscramble an image.
But you're not saying don't use social media, it's just be careful how you do it. I mean, are you still posting?
I am, yes, but I will be aware of what I'm putting out there. And, of course, for me, it comes as a business. I promote what I'm working on and what I'm doing, so it's the kind of something I do need for work as well, but just be careful on not giving too much information.
Well, I find as my kids get older, they're the best discipline. They say, don't post that. You think, OK, I won't.
Yeah.
That's good.
Lucy Jo, thank you, Jake. Thanks so much.